Hi everyone, and welcome to the My Message podcast. My name is Kyia Mochitani, and I'm your host for today's episode. Every episode, it'll be me right here. And on the My Message podcast, we are working to make our messy life our message. So let's get right into it. If you are watching on YouTube, you probably see a little bit of a new setup. From last episode, we have the little cute banner. And then this episode, I have a new mic. Shout out to Carson. I just wanted to take a moment and just tell him thank you. I met Carson at the gym, and we were just, in my opinion, Carson, I think we're awesome friends. You probably think I'm some crazy person, but I literally love Carson with my whole heart. And so he gifted me this mic, and it's just such a blessing. And I literally love Carson so much. So Carson, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You are the best, and I cannot wait. Hopefully I'm using this mic right. I was told you to talk in this part of it, and it took me an hour to figure out that you go like this with it. That's okay. We're learning. We'll get there. Hopefully I'm using it right and you don't make fun of me. But yeah, thank you, Carson. Love you so much. On this episode today, I wanted to talk about balance. And I feel like this is such a good episode to talk about. And it might make people really upset, to be honest, with my views on balance. And I just want to tell you my whole view on balance. But first, before we even start that, I think we can all agree and come to an agreement on what balance even is. So I looked up a definition on Google, don't worry, got you guys, and it says a condition in which different elements are equal. And when I think of balance, I think of equality, I think of, like the same, even little balance scale, right? And I see on social media all the time people posting how to get more balance in your life, or help, I'm lacking balance, my life's a mess, I don't know what to do, I need help. I've also seen a lot of like the 80-20 rule, and that stuff isn't balanced, but a lot of people follow it. And to me, and I'll explain why, to me there is no such thing as balance. To me, balance is complete bullshit. Excuse my French, I just had to say it. To me, there is no balance in life. I'm not looking for balance. I'm not mad I don't have balance. Yeah, I literally just think balance is complete bullshit. And I'm going to go through all the aspects of life, business/work, social life, fitness, academics, yourself, free time, relationship. I'm going to go through all of these key points and tell you why I think balance is complete bullshit and why there is no such thing as balance. So without further ado, let's get into it. My hair and everything, I literally just look a mess. I'm filming this at night, so I'm just a mess, but that's okay. Showing up as our best self. We're smiling through it all. Okay, business. If you're starting a business, there will be no balance between being able to relax and sleep and working on your business. Working on your business is going to take long hours and a lot of energy and a lot of time, and you will not have balance during those moments. When you work a 9-to-5, you have to put more time into a job than things at home, than time with your family, than time with yourself, than fitness. Everything is unbalanced because you are working a full-time job, right? Nothing wrong with working a full-time job. I think it's awesome. Good for you, blah, blah, blah. My other point is the more you work, the more money you'll get. The less you work, the less money you get. And so basically we're in this pattern of literally just trading time for money and money for time, right? So you can't tell me that that your work is balanced when if you want more time for something, you're going to lose your money because you're going to have to take away that time you'd be putting into work, into other things. If you want more money, that time you want to be put into other things is going to have to give. So we're in this scenario of trading time for money. Therefore, there is no balance. Your social life. If you go out and stay late, the next day will be affected, meaning your morning, your day is already unbalanced because maybe you slept in, maybe you didn't sleep enough, maybe you're hungover and you just can't get out of bed, then your life is already unbalanced. Fitness. So if you want extreme results in changing your physique and going through a body recomposition, you can't be eating candy the same amount that you're eating your clean, lean protein, right? You can't be sleeping and sitting around all day. If you want to change your physique, you're going to have to get active and put in the work and do all these awesome things. So when you are in your fitness journey, there is no balance between candy and clean, lean protein. There is no balance between things like that. Academics. During finals, which you guys either had finals just now, are in the midst of finals or about to have finals, there is no balance between going out the same amount as you're studying or sitting on TikTok all day the same amount that you're studying. There is no balance there. Or if you want to get all A's all semester and you want to really, really do well in all of your exams, you can't be studying the same amount that you're going out. You can't be studying the same amount that you're sleeping. So, food for thought. And then one of the last ones I have is, for free time and for yourself. When you have a million things to do or you have a lot of other responsibilities and appointments to go to, the time that you can be spending with yourself isn't going to be the same, right? So, I just feel like there's just no balance in life. And then the last one I want to talk about, and I might stay on this point for a moment because of something amazing that happened to me, but it's in a relationship. There is no balance in a relationship, and I want to go into the realm of feminine and masculine energy in a relationship. And there's kind of a funny story that kind of goes with it, and that is, I feel like I'm just not talking into this mic fully, so hopefully this is good. Hopefully the audio is clear. But what happened was I went to a conference. It was a few hours out of the day in San Diego, a conference, and his name is Stefan Speaks. And I went with Jake's mom and little sister, and we went and made a day out of it. And Stefan is amazing and has some incredible work in healing in relationships. And so I was like, oh my God, perfect. I got a lot to heal from, and my relationship always can need help because I feel like it can always improve. And so he talked about masculine and feminine energy, and I realized, oh my gosh, I lead in Jake and I's relationship. I lead in my masculine. I approach him in a masculine energy and not in a feminine energy. I feel like I always have to be in control. I feel like I always have to be doing everything and that I have to handle everything and all this stuff. And it just weighs hard on me. And he goes, as a female, masculine energy is just stress. Too much of it leading with it is just stress. It was like, that is so true. And my parents did a hell of a job as raising me independent and raising me, to be the strong, independent woman. I remember when Jake and I first started dating, poor thing, he would try and open my door or hold my bag or something, and or help me out of the car. And I would say, I don't need help. I'm a strong, independent woman. Thank you. No, don't touch me. And I feel like I've conditioned him for so long because it's taken me 5 years to realize, oh no, I actually want to lead in my feminine, and I want to be nurturing, and I want to be gentle, and I want to be charming, and I want to be sweet and kind, and not have to feel like I have to be in control of everything. And I want him to lead in his masculine and protect and take control and take charge of different and all situations. And so, I don't know, I just realized, okay, yeah, I can't have a balance between my masculine and feminine energy. I want to lead in my feminine and don't forget my masculine and use my masculine when I need to. Hopefully not often, but when I need to, it'll still be there. And so it's really what Jake and I are working on right now, and he's leading with his masculine and not his feminine. So yeah, that is something that popped into my head. I was like, oh my God, yeah, there is no balance. Obviously, our percentages might be different. Maybe I'm 90% feminine and 10% masculine kind of thing. And maybe he's 95% masculine and 5% feminine, something. But I want to lead in my feminine, and I want him to lead in his masculine. And there is no balance between that. He said, I've yet to see a relationship prosper. He said, I'm not going to say it can't be done, but I haven't seen a relationship prosper when the roles are reversed. And also, I do want to say, even in homosexual relationships, he said there is always a masculine one and a feminine one, and you can just kind of tell. And lastly, but something that I heard was, there is no such thing as balance. Everything worth fighting for is unbalanced. And that made me realize, oh my gosh, yeah, that is so true. And I want to do my best to explain this for the people just listening to the audio version to this. And for the people in YouTube, you'll see my hand motions and maybe you'll get more of a visual. But I want you guys to either take out a piece of paper, take a picture in your mind, or even just even do the hand motions with me. But I want you guys to see, think of life as bubbles. And so when I think of life as bubbles, I'll have one bubble, say, over here, and that's my social. It's my social life. I'll have one bubble over here, and that's my relationship. I'll have one bubble over here, maybe that's work. I'll have one bubble over here, and maybe that's health. Okay. And when I want extraordinary results, something very worth fighting for, when I want something to prosper, say my relationship, okay? Say Jake and I are going through a hard time and I need my relationship with Jake to prosper. The time and energy from my social life, from my fitness life, from my family life, from my work life is gonna have to give something. Maybe it's a lot from my social, maybe it's a little bit from my work, but still some, to put into time with Jake and I. That bubble then gets bigger, and all of the other bubbles around, other aspects of my life, get smaller. Therefore, it's already unbalanced. Therefore, my life is not balanced just from that one single struggle or that one single tweak that I had to make. Maybe it's, okay, I really need money right now and I need to pick up more hours and I need to pick up more shifts. Okay, that means time with Jake. That means time at the gym. That means maybe sleep. That means maybe work needs to get bigger. Maybe that's something. My work bubble is going to get bigger. The other bubbles of my life are going to get smaller. And so therefore, balance is bullshit. There is no balance there. Yeah. For me, I want extraordinary results in my life. And when you want extraordinary results in your life, you have to do something extra out of the ordinary into that one aspect of life for it to prosper, right? So I can't be putting the same amount of time and energy I need into, say, my relationship with Jake. I can't be putting the same amount into my social life or maybe into my work life if I really want Jake and I to prosper right now and I want these amazing results. And you have to be okay with your social life kind of giving. You have to be okay with your work life kind of giving. You have to be okay with things giving and having different things. And I think the big main picture of that is priorities, right? So it's like, what is your priority right now? What do you want right now? Do you want a lot of money? Okay, put work at the top of your list. Do you want to mend a relationship with a family member? Okay, put family at the top of your list. And then say, okay, this needs the most time and energy, this needs the next, and then so on and so forth, and be okay with that not being balanced. Be okay with that not being balanced, right? For instance, my life right now is not balanced. Some days it's hard, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not saying no balance is easy, and I'm not saying it's like the best case scenario, but I just feel like no matter what, our life is not balanced. But you know, my life right now is not balanced. I want extraordinary results in money. I need a lot of money right now, right? Or I want extraordinary results in my podcast. So that's what the most, and Jake. So those three things are my top three things, and friendship. So those are the wow, I have a lot of things I need to do. But those are the 4 things that I need to put most time and energy into. And at the top of that list, that would probably be podcast, right? And then right after that would probably be Jake, and then after that would be money, and then friendship. So it's like, okay, I have to be okay with taking time away from even work to put into my podcast, to be taking time away from friendship to put into my podcast. I have to be okay with that. I'm working 3 jobs and rarely have enough time for myself, and sometimes it drives me nuts, but I have to be okay with that because the season I'm in, I want extraordinary results in this podcast, right? So it's like something has to give, and I have to be okay with that because that's what I want and that's where I want to be at this moment in time. Does that make sense? Kind of crazy. I don't know. It doesn't make sense in my mind that people are searching for this thing called balance when nothing will ever be balanced anyway. It's what do you want in this moment and what needs the most time and energy. Yeah, I hope you guys maybe changed your perspective, or maybe I just unlocked a perspective where you're like, oh, that makes sense, but no, not for me, not how I want to think. Or maybe you're like, that doesn't make sense at all. You're kind of crazy, but good for you. Both are okay. I don't judge you, but this is just my thoughts on balance. And maybe you learned something, maybe you didn't. But I love you guys so much. This was a quick episode that I just wanted to get to the point, get to it. It's been on my heart and I really just wanted to do it. I have a lot of very fun interviews coming up with a lot of good friends, and I just cannot wait to just share them all with you and let you hear their hearts. I love you guys so very much. Don't forget, balance is bullshit. Just kidding. No, but seriously, I don't believe in balance. And if you ever want to like talk about it or go back and forth in a calm, cool, collected, professional way over DMs or like text or call, like let's talk about it, because maybe you'll change my mind. I don't know. I'm totally open to always like hearing everyone's perspective on everything. But I love you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. I love you. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you for tuning in. The fact that you guys are sitting here listening to me or watching me on YouTube literally blows my mind. Thank you for taking your time out of your day to better yourself. I appreciate you and I love you so much. Have the best day ever. Mwah! Thanks, Carson. Also for the mic. Love you.